Who use those pictures first, Abi? Oh. Very welcome to the Sports Republic show on Voice of the People TV. After a progressive UEFA Champions League outing we saw yesterday, we'll talk about that sensational results that was so great and other sporting news just as it unfolds. But I'd like to talk about the Champions League first of all. My name is Kizzy K and I'll be your host on the show today. Yes, sound like I'm a new man on the show, but quickly, let's tell you the Champions League game that was played yesterday. We did see the result that went some ways. The home side all got it right. Barcelona Football Club stole the show, and this one was the greatest of them all. This small boy, what they call Desiree Doué, is just 19. That was not the year word. He scored a goal, and also that was after Rogers scored a goal. And guess what? It was a very great night for the boy. That's Rogers you have on your screen. He scored. It's not like to do this one. I knew it before time that they would struggle to play against a side like that of the Paris Saint-Germain, who have already won the league. But guess what? They'll have to play this week. They just will not want to lose. You know why? Because they are trying to keep the invisible run. This is the zero doorway, and then that result, Kavichi Kelly also scoring. And I must tell you, the goal from Nuno Mendes, it was so surprising. And I must tell you, he's one of the best left fullback in the world at this point in time. If to say striker scored that goal, if to say striker scored that goal, I would say But imagine the defender scoring that very goal. It was so great to see that one go in, and then it happened to be 3-1, 90 plus 2. And I just really wish that the Aston Villa man, when Emery had locked that one very well. If he had locked it well, then maybe that would have not been 3-1. But regardless, we are here. Now, also, Football Club Barcelona, yesterday, Lamine Yamal stole the show. Lewandowski with the brace, And what a team, I must say. They are very good to go. This one, I think, for me, our favorite to the final. Lewandowski getting those results right for the home side, and it was at the Luis Campanis where we did see that result going the Barcelona way. If you ask me, I just would say Lamine Yamal will make it to the final. Just maybe, that's my opinion. I'm just saying, and just what it is. But away from that, let's bring you. We have our man also. Okay, these are the results of the games played yesterday. Football Club 4-0 Barcelona against Borussia Dortmund. No reply. Why Paris Saint-Germain got it all right, 3, and then Aston Villa 1. So that's the result. Now, it continues today for European tournament, 10th April, the quarterfinals. We'll be seeing this one come your way. But I think the biggest game for this week is that one about Man United away to Lyon. That's the talk about Nemanja Matic, and we'll bring it to you so you can see Nemanja Matic is having a very, very big days with Andre Onana. But no, Onana and I find trouble. We'll talk through. Onana said something that's not so, I don't know, but Matic said he might not too good. The Serbian international had to face him, and they said a lot about that very well. But we see big games today where we'll see Rangers Bilbao, Leon also playing against Man United. We'll also be seeing Spurs. This one is like a do or die for Ange Postecoglou. Looking at where they are on the log, it means if they, I think with Man United as well, if they don't win the Europa, we just will not see them on the European scene anymore. And also you can see that one Lazio will play against Bodo Glimt away from home. So Bodo Glimt, Lazio, Spurs, let's talk about Tottenham Hotspur. We're welcoming Eintracht Frankfurt of Germany, Olympique Lyonnais, the Lions will be playing, that's Lyon, against Man United, and Rangers will be playing that very one, welcoming Atletico Club. Yes, just what it is. And that's more, what do we have more on that very one before we connect with our guest on the show. Okay, so let's talk about this very one. We have the World Cup coming up, the plans about the Super Eagles news, and what is just about the Super Eagles. How would they make it to the World Cup? But when we go on a short break, when we return, the show continues. Please don't go anywhere. Stay with us. All right, let's quickly get into the part where the Super Eagles coach lines up strongest team for Russia friendly. I must tell the Super Eagles coach Chelle has told the report that he plans to line up a strongest team in a historic friendly against Russia in Moscow during the June international break. Moving on, the core of the team from the matches against Rwanda and Zimbabwe will get another chance to play against Russia 2018 World Cup. Nigeria also used the international break to feature in four nations in the invitational tournament coming up, where England also will see England that very one. That's the perennial rivals, Ghana, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago in that one. The game will play in London. It's believed that a coach will use this tournament to give the chance for several fringe players as well as fresh call-ups. The Super Eagles will use the international break to prepare a crucial 2026 World Cup qualifier again, and that one is the biggest of them. We are waiting. Now I have my man Henry all the way from the Netherlands to talk this through with me on the show. I'll be asking him questions, and the first question would be, Henry will be telling me who should be invited for this international break games. Not international break, international friendly. That's just what it is. It will be playing either Trinidad and Tobago or possibly the other side, and that's the Jamaica side. They call them the Reggae Boys of Jamaica. Henry,
to be here.
yeah, you saw the Champions League game. We'll talk about that, but let's keep it on one side. I'm liking Desiree Doué. I'm liking Declan Rice for the my both players. I'm liking for this one, Kavichi Varaskelia. They stole the show. But let's talk about Nigeria first of all. We get into that part. Super Eagles. Now you heard about the friendly that were played, and we know the plans is about the World Cup. Now there are a lot of players we have. See, let's even show you a clip, like a picture, where you see Nigeria descents who are currently not playing for Nigeria. There are so many of them. There are Tammy Abraham, the Berechi Eze. There are just so many of them. You know, we'll have a picture of that one. We'll bring it to you so you see. But regardless, now, a lot of talk is ongoing. Let the manager, look at, you have this on your screen. Now, this one is just what it is. Tammy Abraham plays for England. Bamidele Ali, the column Dele Ali, is currently playing for the Three Lions as well. You can see Karim Adeyemi, the German international call from the Salzburg move. You'll see Fikayo Tomori, England as well. Saka is playing for England. David Alaba is also playing for, you know, the Austrian side. Jamal Musiala, we know his story. Also the German side key player. Rose Barkley, everybody knows how this has been a lot of talk. And also for England, Berechi is in England. Michael Olise plays for the, you know, the French side. Noah Okafor, the man who is on loan away from Napoli, is the Swiss international player at this point. Manuel Akanji, they go where and just see that this is not what it is. But let me ask you, Henry, who should be called up for this international break? For international friendly?
Other teams. So, yeah, that's aside, yeah?
Right.
What I want to say is, for this international break or this international tournament coming up, I would like us to call our goalkeeper, our number one, Stanley Wabani. Then Osai Samuel, Chris Ekong, Bati, Aina Ndidi, Chukwueze,
right,
Lukman, Obi, Osimhen, and Moses Simon. Those ones for me are a must. They must be called up. Then I would also like us to call up this guy. What's his name? Sadiq Omar Sadiq.
Oh, Sadiq Omar. Okay.
Sadiq Omar.
Okay.
Victor Boniface. How many? I think yeah.
Yeah.
Aroko Dare should be called up.
Aroko Dare. Okay, so yeah. Henry, the way you are calling these players, I'm wondering why the bars are not also on these guys. Now, the way you call all these players, I want to ask you this question. Are you saying the already made players that we have in the team, you should not call the major players, call less players, like the player that we want to watch to see? Because at this point now, the question
the players I want to see a Cyril Dessa in the team.
Okay, you want to see a Cyril Dessa? Should we not invite Osimhen?
No. See, Osimhen will always be called up, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but see, how old is Osimhen now? We need players that we are going to be building up for the future. And for me, right now, Cyril Dessa is still in that. So he's one of the players that I would like to see play for Nigeria. And Kizzy, yeah?
Right.
I know that right now we also have the chance to call up this young guy from Arsenal.
Waneri. Right.
Yes. Why don't we give it a try? Call him up because he's still that guy is 17 and look at what he's doing
Mm.
in England. Look at what he's doing for Arsenal. So why can't we bring him into the fold now that we still have the likes of Ahmed Musa, who has not retired because officially still our captain. We
Right.
have Chus Ekong. We have people who would help build these guys up before they hang up their boots. Why can't we call those young guys up so that they can come and
Play
perform for Nigeria the same way they are performing for their
respective club
clubs?
sides. So
Yeah,
Etawanieri, a lot of people are saying Etawanieri. I'm just saying that he's still young. Even if he comes to Nigeria, let him start him from the under 17. I mean, sorry, under 21. I'm just saying, Flying Eagles, flying under 20. So I'm saying just straight to the national team. Is he ripe enough to play for Nigeria?
he is ripe enough to play for Nigeria. At least if he's representing one of the biggest clubs in England, what makes him not ripe to play for the Super Eagles?
Mm.
That is my perspective on it. So I'm saying that if he is performing under pressure week in, week out for a team like Arsenal, Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, yeah, what makes it that in how many matches we play in a year? I don't think we play up to 30 matches in the
Right.
Super Eagles. So what is there that he cannot carry? And I know
So
they say that the pressure is really much when you're wearing that Nigerian shirt.
yeah.
But for someone who plays for a top club in England, he must have seen all the pressure. So there's nothing that someone would tell me that he cannot handle.
Okay, so you're a fan of Etawanieri, I say, but you've still not given me the response I want. Who? Okay, okay. First of all, who should get a call up? Who should get a start? Now, I'll tell you why it's looking very hard. It might be just a friendly game, but it's hard. There's also an intercontinental game that we played within in London. Now, we know Eric Chelle is trying to build his team. Should Eric Chelle build his team? Should he have a different team that we know? The likes of the Guavon bringing the Finidi Perodo squad, the already made squad. You know Ekong, you know Kamebasi, Ola Aina, Onyemechi. You know, you can say with your head, you can say these are Nigerian starters. But are you saying, I'm asking, should we have a child giving a space to some players, like a different start, and then still bringing these our players, or should the big ones or the big players already made Nigerian internationals rest and let's watch these ones play? Now, how could it be at the detriment of the team? If you get these ones, are they going to be the ones to play against South Africa and Rwanda in September? Or should he continue to test the players and start adding this new in the middle? It's a tough one for Chelle, I tell you.
See, Kizzy, I don't think this is the time to start calling up completely different set of players.
Right.
For me, I do not see it as the time to start testing, trying. I get that we in this international tournament coming up,
Right.
we have to play the likes of Ghana, Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago, and other teams. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
however,
come on. Ghana is there. Arch
yeah,
rivals.
Ghana. Yeah, but for me, yeah, I don't see this as the chance to bring in new players. I see this as the chance to bond the players you already have.
Oh, okay. Burn the players you have already.
Yes,
Wow.
that's what I see.
So
I
when
see it
when
as
when would they now bring in the new players that are all this?
if we qualify, see, because if we qualify for the World Cup, yeah, if he wants to dispatch this entire set of players, I'm
He
okay
can.
with it.
Okay.
That's for me personally. That's how I see it. These players that you have now,
Right.
we saw the game. We saw the game against Rwanda. We saw how these boys played, and I get that the game against Zimbabwe was a little disappointing because I had expected us to beat Zimbabwe at least 3-0
Mm.
in our home. Yeah, I get that that game was a little disappointing, but we can build on what we saw in the Rwandan match. And we have these 5 games coming up now against Russia and then this remaining these tournaments in the UK.
Right.
I see it as a chance to
Unity
bring these
Cup.
boys that you've already called, these guys you've already put your trust in, yeah,
Mm.
and bond them. You use it to learn where to play every player because so far he's only played 2 matches with this team. Now you're given the chance to play more. This is where this player goes in my team because every player has a different role in their respective clubs.
Yeah.
So for you as a manager, you'll be able to learn where you want to play each player in your own team. So
Okay.
that's for me, that's how I see it.
Okay, so before, let's just take it bit by bit. The next, this one on the comment, uh, coming as well. His name is Wando Onoha. He has come to say, he said, if you find a better player, tell the old ones tell the old ones you are lucky to have them, and will use the old ones to win a World Cup. Never use the word drop. Okay, you understand what he's saying? I'm just saying that if you find a better player, tell the old one you are lucky to have them, and will use the old one to win World Cup. Never use the word drop. Dropping a player, I mean, I don't know. We've learned, we've had a, it's not a wrong one when you say he was dropped from the team. I mean, when we say drop, we know what we mean. Not the first time. We've seen players also, when Jordan Henderson was dropped to the national team of the Three Lions, that word was out there. He said he's been dropped by Gareth Southgate. But
Yeah.
aside that, now that's one to Onoha. I see you. Thank you so much. But also in the comment section, I have my man. His name is Balance. He's a South African actually. I know him. He joined the show very well because he likes to be. I don't know whether they send Balance. Maybe they watch it what they do for Nigeria. But then Balance, thank you so much for being part of the show. He said, "You people should start prioritizing players from your own league." And it went as far as saying, leave these European players, you will regret. Reason they choose Nigeria in the first place. That's about Balance. We'll talk about it. And Olubenga Bamile is saying, in athletic, we have what we call trials. Bring new guys to get crash. If they perform better, discard the old and get the new team for competitions. Okay, so let me start with the word from Balance to say. We'll get to the next phase. Henry, a man who is not Nigerian actually now is telling us, no disrespect, but we know the South African league is very structured. We know it's not his fault that way, because most players in the league for the Bafana, most Bafana starters we saw at the Nations Cup, but many of them plied their trade. Many of them did for that South African league. Many of them, see, if you want, I mean, looking at the South African, before you go see Kaizer, other clubs, you see Mamelodi Sundowns dominate. And now, without hype, without exaggerating the stock, we know, you and I know, the South African league, the PSL, to watch a league that you would like to see on screen. They've done so well, I must commend. But is there ever a possibility that Nigeria would look into our leagues to give our players? I'm not even sure, but they ask you because the analyst will give our players that chance. May they take play, may just carry some MPFL players, not just bringing them in like a traditional way of we have MPFL players. Now we always advertise that when we get our MPFL players for our league, for World Cup, for Nations Cup, they say we have 3 players. Now Eric Chelle, according to what we had on his contract, we had talks that said that players from the MPFL is mandatory, they should be part. But not be made to be part. How many of them? Can we even see the replica of what happened in 2013 or Babuna? You know where he was playing? Sunday in Bar, first game in not start, but later on we started seeing him. Can we see our home base get a stand in the Super Eagles with Eric Chelle? Is it ever possible? They even reach today or they not even reach? Our league not reach.
Kissy, those are two different questions. Whether our league reach or our league no reach, and if they are fit enough to be in the Super Eagles. To me, those are very different questions.
Right.
Yeah. Now, if you remember, you know that I'm a big advocate of using our homegrown players. I have repeated it time and time again that for us to progress
Right.
in football, we need our home-based players. If you remember, yeah, that when the provisional list came out, I told you that for every position, I want us to have one home-based player. If you remember right,
Yeah,
I said
you
it.
said so, I recall.
So in that aspect, I do agree with Balance, but you cannot say that we will not use our Nigerian players who apply their trade abroad. That at this point in time is just not possible. because we can see it all across the world.
Is it, is
Almost
it, is it
every
ever
team.
possible? I don't even think it's ever possible. I don't think so.
It's never going to be possible because those guys are superstars out there. Yeah. And there's this mentality that they also expect to be called up because they are doing so well.
Right.
They are doing so well, so they are expecting to be called up. You see that when you don't call up these players, they are feeling disappointed because one of the things that pushes them is that, see, Kizzy, there's pride in playing for your country.
Definitely.
Forget
Everybody
no
knows, right?
matter no matter which country where you be, pride they say if they go represent your country. That's why we have the debate of Liverpool fans saying that Salah going to play the AFCON for Liverpool when Liverpool is doing so well. If AFCON is even a big tournament, we heard that comment from Gary Neville. Sorry, was Jamie Carragher when he was criticizing AFCON because he doesn't want Salah to leave. So, but for but he does not understand the price that comes with playing that AFCON. So my point is that it's good that we will bring in our own players, our local based players, and we see that first of all, we see that Eric Chelle is already doing.
And that's Henry from the Netherlands away. And back
I think we need more of home-based player. I can just try those people for this friendly.
yeah.
And I think, I've always been a fan of that. And this is the opportunity for you to like try them, bring
Yeah.
in more home-based player so you can try them, see how you can then start putting them into the various positions in the team. I'm looking forward to see whereby you have to invite less foreign-based players and then put in more home-based players who are hungry for success. Imagine the last acting against Zimbabwe at more people would have been even bigger giving us that 3 points. There's like having a young man who have never come. He's definitely going to give you his 100% and then making sure that he deliver for you.
Okay, so Williams, I think you're actually you and Henry not really saying the same thing, but at the go we should run. We picked up just 4 points. Point in time. Aside the fact that Nigerians are waiting for point deduction for South Africa, I don't know why we carry the matter for head. There's also a possibility of the intercontinental playoff. But Harry is saying at this point no, but you are saying give them the chance. Now I want to ask you, if you give them the chance now, all these Williams, I'm talking about you now. If you give them the chance, all these home base or bringing some players away from the squad we know, if they impress you, what do you expect make Chelle do for September? Make Carter still come back?
That time you call I want to rotate him now. Imagine say you carry person go, the person impress you. Then you go want keep them. Then you go know how to rotate. There's beauty when you know that you have players who want to deliver.
Yeah.
You don't see that at all. You don't know so this people they trustworthy. They go deliver. Then now you can know how you want to come mix them up with the other squad members.
Right.
Because at this stage, our advocate are anything that it give us success to qualify for the World Cup. And just like I said, I think it's the best time for you to try and see, okay, if you remember the Super Falcons, I've forgotten the name of the manager now, where he tried a lot of Edo Queens home base players, took them to play that friendly. And you saw the way those girls, those ladies, they performed. And imagine you are the Super Eagles, they also tried the same thing. You understand?
Yeah.
And then now those Edo Queens ladies, then they are in the Super Eagles starting level because they were giving Super Falcons. Yeah, sorry, they were given the opportunity to try their best, and they are now in the pecking order.
Okay, so quickly, let me leave that one. Just you're joining us, let's talk about Niger players. We like to use the word Niger. 7 Nigerian best performers in Europe this season. You want to know, Nigeria has long been a powerhouse for football, consistently producing elite talent who thrive across Europe top leagues. Now, from the Ballon d'Or recognition to back-to-back African Player of the Year titles, the Super Eagles' footprint in Europe continues to grow stronger. Now, can I tell you, Ademola Lookman currently holds the CAF Player of the Year crown, taking over from Victor Osimhen. Not only that, Lookman also represented Africa at the Ballon d'Or Award as the only African nominee, further outlining and also underlining Nigerians' influence at the highest level of football. At the 2024-25 season nears its end, we spotlight now. Let's talk about 7 Super Eagles stars who have stood out in this campaign. Number 1, before I even talk about this one, let me even ask Henry, before I start, let me know that we get it right. Henry, who is Nigerian best player? Who will be number 1 star? Who is our Nigerian? I want to talk about 7 of them. There are 7, and the way they have been making waves in Europe, just in line. But let me ask you, who is Nigerian best player?
Nigerian best player?
Yeah.
Currently,
yes.
Bukayo Saka.
What? I didn't get that.
Our number one is Victor Osimhen, of course.
Victor Osimhen.
Me no agree with that one. No.
You not agree?
No.
Wait, who be your best player? Who be Nigerian best player?
Who your best player?
Currently, my best player now currently by current form now Iwobi now.
No.
Iwobi, okay.
34 goals now.
Yeah, you can see that.
How many goals does Osimhen get?
Osimhen get, I think,
total
20,
goals.
About 28 goals.
Yeah, 28 goals, 5 assists.
5 assists. Yeah. You know the same thing Iwobi they do for Fulham.
Okay, Williams.
They call him Ronaldinho now. It will be Dio.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Henry, what
does Iwobi have? And how many assists does he have? Because I know so Iwobi not be striker, but to me, it doesn't. You cannot compare his numbers to the likes of a Bruno Fernandes.
Okay, so let me connect back to Henry. Williams. Williams, you said Iwobi is the best player. People are saying he's not replicating the same action, the same gameplay in Nigeria jersey. Not true?
Yes, now lay that one out to the verse around. No be lie, I know lie for that one.
I can't be Nigerian best player. Just no.
Europe pecking order Europe now.
Okay. All right, let's talk about
the people may mention all of the day Europe.
All right, okay.
See, bro. See, I tell you, if they talk say it will be Nigeria best player, but you know they go for Nigeria shirt. Will they see abroad? If they still come back Nigeria, still can't do one. So I don't get the argument there.
You don't score against Zimbabwe now, I beg.
The one we win for Rwanda, who make up? If Osimhen be loaded for that game, it is for he score those goals when we score against Rwanda like that.
Okay, now my see my hand up.
Okay, so let's go now. And is just guess who is going to be. Despite a summer full of transfer drama and unsettled preceding at Napoli, Victor Osimhen turned things around at Galatasaray, where he's rediscovered his best form. The prolific striker from Nigeria has netted 28 goals and provided 5 assists in 32 appearances, topping the chart among Nigerian scorers in Europe. Osimhen also maintained his impact on the national team, scoring Nigerian last 3 international goals with his loan spell in Turkey ending soon. A big move to one of Europe's top clubs. Look, people are saying it's Manchester United. Now let's talk about the number 2 man, and also with 8. Lookman has racked up 18 goals and 7 assists this time, continuing to shine in Italy. However, his tension has been there. Tension played after Lookman Atalanta side Champions League exit, with Lookman being singled out by the coach Giampiero Gasperini as the result. He's reportedly set to leave the club at the end of the season. Now, let's talk about number 3. This is where there might be a problem. Let's talk about Cyril Dessers. That's Leon Balogo. Get Cyril Dessers for you, don't worry. There's a connection in that. Now, after criticized for missed chances, Cyril Dessers has slightly silenced let's just say the word, he's silenced doubters with 23 goals and 7 assists in all competition. He's been Rangers' most productive forward, scoring in both the league, the Premiership, and also the Europa League. Although Rangers won't catch Celtic in the title race, Dessers' influence has been undeniable during the turbulent season, still overlooked by the national team. His omission from the World Cup qualifier remains a contentious talking point. Now, before I get to number 3, guys, let's talk about this quickly. When I talk through as a job, hear Voice of the People TV. So when you hear the word Voice of the People TV, it means you need to say it here. Talk them as you want, but positively. Now, you must be right to say, let's say the way it is. No lies. Cyril Dessers, looking at the way he's been playing in Europe. Me, I'm not lying. Every time I do NFL, where they know the column, we heard that Chelle rightly said he's old, his age. I know me they talk with that according to reports, but I'm just saying, is there anything wrong? Why is Cyril Dessers not being looked at? Why? I think say they say playing well in Europe. May they look. What did this guy don't do? See, in our own have to tell me as analyst when I be. Now me they present it now. May not tell me. Now I start with Williams. This Dessers where they know they invite. Is he good or bad?
The other day when we analyze why allowed Chelle gets the 100% say for picking to choose players. If somebody, I don't know, the guy may talk say the particular player no get Godfather. So black nine they are first Cyril Dessers now maybe get Godfather, all those kind of things.
You not get Godfather.
To be frank as you say.
I know the word where we say maybe, but they ask you for our NFL they get Godfather there. Did they do one? What if we got for they get caught for that reason? It happen. Tell me now. I think it's actually out. Williams, you hear me?
At least you need person we go tell you. I hear you, but you skip for your side.
I want you to tell me. The question now is simple. For Nigerian Football Federation, is there anything I got for that reason?
Then you need person we go talk say, allow that one on my boy. Allow me.
That's what they do for there. You need to write short note on this, explain now. That's what they do.
It's there for clubs now. Even for some of these clubs, it's there where for this side of Africa that they over they do. Allowing the coach choose a player starting 11. You go see say many names go come out. Maybe say yourself never hear of. If you want to give opportunity, you want to do normally. Names go come out. Maybe say yourself never hear, and you go see the all those guys go deliver. But for this same guy, Cyril Dessers, I think probably at that age. Nowadays, maybe age or the teller now, to run. The type of play now.
Wait till be to run. Run small, talk through. Not go enter that side now. Me go run enter that side. You not come out to which age? The boy they play. You know the water for Europe.
You know what I talk for Rwanda. You never remember what I talk for that Rwanda match. Chelle was doing a very high press. You understand? So you need young man. You need person who say go feed the continue that back to back movement. Wait,
before I go connect to Henry, may I ask you a question? Wait, talk through. You be analyst. If they bring Cyril Dessers, and they look about the player, I don't call him when not that team. They invite Omar Sadiq, they do magic, he just see the set for Valencia. They bring Boniface, they say, you never to do well. They carry Aloko Dario come, I like that one, not bad. Now, I want to ask you, now you be analyst. If they bring these 3 players come, okay, more leave Aloko Dario, because Aloko Dario is hot, so na 16 goals. Then I don't score pass am for Europe. Oh. Then I don't score goal pass am, but more leave am first. More talk about at least maybe if you don't do that thing, you don't get hope. I did the teams I get hope. They not even looking way. Now I want to ask you now, maybe analyst. If they bring Sadiq Kumar, bring Cyril Deza, bring Boniface. Now who you go choose? If you just answer me now, you just connect with Henry. Just tell me.
I'll choose Sadiq Kumar.
No talk again. You don't do it. You don't do. Henry, back to you. Henry, come on talk. Man, start with what William first. William say, you not get father for that place. What is that? We say you not get Godfather. Now maybe he said maybe you not get Godfather. You know see Godfather. Godfather means saying, "Na my slot. That's my boy." Hello. How many listeners do you have? 24. Make him add him. 20. You know you don't hear the story. Imagine Penny come out from my NFL president come out talk. Nobody say with the hide down. He say Musa is my boy, and that thing come out because say Musa play well. So I want to ask you before we continue from number 3, number 4. That's where Williams talk. You get anything where people say that not get they know they call and not true. I've been at the age with the factor. Right.
But the fact that he doesn't have a godfather is affecting him. Because for English they call them internal politics. Internal politics na so for the fact that he doesn't have someone who will stand up and say, this guy is my guy, put him in or call him up. Because you know where they pay me, where they pay me not be say he no start. So where they pay me be say they don't even call him up.
You can't be that say no good.
Call him up. I they tell you. Now, there's something that for me I consider as it's league perception bias. That's what I call it, league perception bias, which is because of the league where he's playing at. You know, he's playing at Rangers, the Scottish Premier League. So for me, I feel like players who are playing in Belgium, France, Spain, Netherlands, they are going to be rated higher than him. Look at exactly. For example, Osimhen is playing at Galatasaray, but because he already has a name built in Italy, but because we are seeing this Scottish league as saying a farmers league, a small children league. So if he scores as many goals as he wants, as he wants. But see, for me, the underlying factor here is that if Cyril Deza can continue performing the way he is performing right now, it will put.
Henry, wait first. Make a hole and there. Maybe you just boss my shack when I to say come. I don't understand that. You say if he can continue, Baba, you know when this boy on the hustle. You know the time. See. What did you tell me now?
No,
you know they play the come.
We get new manager. No. See, we have a new manager.
Okay.
This is a new dispensation, a new regime with this. So everything will don't happen before Eric Chelle coming. That's none of Eric Chelle's business. So for now, do anything to the NFF or to those guys behind to Eric Chelle that I am worthy to be called up. That's how I see it.
Okay.
Now, that's why I said if he can keep performing the way he is performing right now, all of these guys, but Sadiq Omar, everybody's one position that he feels is suitable to his team.
Okay, Henry, before we go, that's 7. But more just look into some kind of thing. Forget, please, we're not missing a fight. You get what I want to talk. At that Eric Chelle, I like him. And at the talk, I forget saying Nigeria go draw that match. Maybe that small boy go. The coach now, when me they talk, say when me they find things now. The decisive coach say he not go fear. When he wants to make changes, he will just make the right change. Me, my own fault Eric Chelle in that game against Zimbabwe. I'm just saying now Simon just did that game. But Simon had more of the ball than every other point. I don't talk about before say if they say they know, maybe you look leave a rock that maybe you dey front the hustle like same they show the market for Nigeria here. But that change not come on even when he was tired. Is this to say that Eric Chelle is going to do like some of our coaches? You know, say the difference with some of our coaches and some European big coaches. That is a big coaches and world class coach they don't care whether you be the best player. If you not do well, they go command you. We not say big name dey for football. We know those ones. If you watch wetin big name, now wetin Martinez they do for Portugal. No, they work with Ronaldo. They don't go do like the other coach. You understand? But more leave them. I ask you, this is our coach now. Do you think? I just ask so. Don't be say they don't talk about it. Social media out everywhere. You feel say Baba they careful to make changes. It is saying they fear to come out and keep players because so simple not getting injured. If you just finish, I just talk. Me not tell me that my Henry tell me sharply.
So, see, I'm not saying they fear. I don't think that he's scared to make those decisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in that game versus Zimbabwe, what happened was, see, you remember that before the game I told you that if Lookman was not 100%, that he should leave him out of the team completely.
Yeah.
No be making no even call him upset. May just leave him, they make him recover. Now, for us, yeah, we are only seeing the result and everything, but the manager has seen something in the training that's making him say that even if 95 minutes we ball reach this guy, he can do something with it. So I feel like the manager saw something that he felt that no matter how tired Lookman was, he will be able to perform a moment of magic. Now for football, they call it.
But Henry, this is the way you talk. I respect him and I agree with you. But brother, we dey talk about see that time when I know this thing. I know this thing say big player. You don't touch them when because big players come alive in big moments. I know, I respect that and I know it. But some players they that bench. I just they talk. Now when you don't see say your player not they lose guard, you don't tire. They change now. Now. Looking at the result at that point, but you see when they scores Zimbabwe, when Zimbabwe they scores, you see that time not good. You just say we score and equalize, hope good day. But I'm just saying we've seen managers love that game, and if you want to touch, you can't touch your midfield, you can't touch your defense, unless you are trying. You bring in one man, but now we see they play Moses Simon for yeah.
No, easy. See, yeah. What I feel like is. We are trying to single out one player, but this was a team. This was a collective lack of tempo and creativity.
No, I'm not singling out any player. I'm just saying. I just talk.
But me, I tell you, yeah. As that result come, now the whole team lose. We could see that in that team there was no creativity. There was no tempo at all to that match.
So that match different from Rwanda, Onabi?
It's different from we saw the difference now. There was difference. It just seemed like the players were just. I felt like they underestimated what Zimbabwe could do. That's how I see it. We underestimated Zimbabwe and we paid the price.
All right, so let me hold you. Williams, talk to me in 2 minutes or 1 minute 30 seconds. Abeshapali, our coach did they fail to make changes?
You know, say those boys before I call them up, and I would say too much. Foreign players. Before I call them up, they don't play for their various club. Most of them are regular starter. They don't tire, fatigue don't they? And they use them. You see that first Rwanda match, they were doing that high press, they move. Now they supposed can't get sense, okay, now I supposed miss this team up, miss them. You know, putting a Lookman for bench, bring and come, that kind of 20 minutes, not too bad as at that time. For this second, for that Rwanda game, you understand? That's why you need to get options. No, they rely on those foreign players because you see them now, they don't go back to their various club. They don't see they do regular starts. And then you want to invite them come again. They don't fatigue, don't day now. No, human being no be good. Now blood they run for our vein. So that's why you need now. They suppose don't they go your super sub. You don't supposed to know your super sub. Don't supposed to know your go-to man. Say if anytime I put this guy, he would like one cover. And just like what you talked before, Henry can't start to contribute. Match at that time. If not, they just model. I will remove people. I will lap my midfield, lap my defense. There's nothing. See, I will lap out with them, or Robosa, them, or more of them. Boys say they don't know their name. They go choke that defense.
Sorry, we need to come up for studio. Thank you so much, my guys. Henry from the Netherlands, I see you. God bless you. Arrange your man, up here one side. God bless you. That your hairstyle, I like her. You like turn your back, man. See what you put for there. Too much. Williams, not only that's now. I like us to make the show. It still makes sense. So I need to come on. Williams, now you go cause wahala for YouTube comment section. Olugbenga Bamdele say he will be Dinho. Now that's the way he talk. The Olugbenga Bamdele cause he say Osimilare Galatasaray. Now so just be, but I will just say match break. before I go comot for studio I wan tell you na make I go editorial make I go see am. One man don open mouth na wetin una do una sef. They call am Michael Nees, na Zimbabwe coach. You see am, he say I dey laugh. He say Nigeria get dead defense. Say our defenders are dead. Say him look say our defenders don already die tete. Na make I help make that change. Now you don dey laugh us, now they laugh us, they laugh us, they laugh us, they laugh us. Say like this. Say we underrate them, but now we don see result. I tell you now before, say if Zimbabwe get 1 point for Uyo, na Thanksgiving for their church on Sunday. But time don reach our match break. My name is Kizike, and I need to leave this show now. Guys, thank you so much again. I want to say, and also for everyone who was part of the show, I say you thank you so much. Tomorrow will be a very different version of the show, and that will be a Friday. Guess what? We speak in pidgin, vernacular. I'm not because they do all this one. We'll kind of come back to this area to the world, South Outback. Yes, my name is Kizike, the only football player without a jersey. I'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. Safe.
The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz, music, fashion, interviews, and more. Spotlight on Voice of the People television. Let's feed you with all the juicy stories in the global entertainment space, bringing you the glitz and glamour as it is hot. Stay tuned to Spotlight, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. Spotlight on VOP TV. Entertainment like never before. The red carpet.